Hi Aries, I'm going to do your reading. So I was kind of wanting to do a money reading because I feel like there's money coming, but I don't think this is going to go that direction because the love that's coming through so strong. So this is just pre-shuffle. We're going to lay out a spread and see what happens, but amazing pre-shuffle. We've got accelerated motion, so 8. That's like 8 of Wands, fast, passionate, something lighting up. Then we have the Lover's card, harmony. So amazing, and then passion ignited. So looks like I am feeling like it's a return. It could be with someone new, but it's kind of having that feel of a return. So probably something that you've been distant from or pulled back from. Looks like there's a lot of upcoming movement. Here we have Emperor. Now, you probably know if you're in a twin flame or in a soul connection that you feel tied or confused about, check out the extendeds. They're like personals down below. And they're really detailed and they're really, really, really good. And I don't do them that often. So here's sacral chakra. So again, passion. With it looks like maybe a divine masculine. That's Emperor energy. So crazy. I can't wait to see what the spread says. So then we have spiritual strength and prosperity. So we might get some abundance, information come through, but this is, look at the hands. Again, I'm feeling allowing, like, not letting your values and your morals or your code of ethics is not the right word. Not allowing yourself to lower your standards. That's what it is. Is going to planting a seed that you have standards and that those standards have to be met and without in not an angry way, but just in a this is who I am. This is what I want. Also, see this. This reminds me of that saying I always say, and I did not get it from this card. A peach out of reach. So it's like having the strength to hold your ground. Oh my gosh. As I'm saying the words, I'm seeing these images. So peach out of reach, and then I saw this. Then look, holding your ground. Having that solid, I know my value. I know my value and I'm okay, you're okay. This is mentality. I'm not saying you need to say this, but this is just a mentality of holding your ground. I'm okay, you're okay. If it doesn't fit or work right now, but that's not going to change. I'm not going to lower my standards to and accept less that's not good enough for me, or not in a snotty way, but yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. You're a peach out of reach until the fruit is ripe, until it's time, until somebody is able to, complement your life and elevate you and be on your level. You're not lowering your value, okay? Sacral chakra, that's passion. Lots of passion. And I feel like this person that you're probably dealing with is maybe used to being in control and maybe used to getting their way, maybe somewhat of a player or and of course this is Aries energy, maybe somebody that is just so desirable and attractive that they have options, but you're the peach out of reach, which makes you more appealing, something like that. So again, we have the accelerated motion, the Lover's card, and passion ignited. I think holding your ground and your value is going to make this person try harder is what I think. But, we'll see. So how are you guys? I hope you're well. I love you. I hope you guys are praying for one another. I love when you guys are, very supportive of each other in the comments. I love that so much. Thank you so much for to those of you who do that. And I've been saying in the readings, if we need to vent, sometimes we need to get something off our chest so we stop dwelling. Oh my gosh, there it is again. This is a crazy reading. Yep. You may be dealing with a twin flame. So again, I'll list those extendeds down below, but soul contract, and there's knowledge, but I think The High Priestess is somebody who has inner knowledge, but she's also somewhat aloof. She kind of just sits back and watches and doesn't try to make somebody be what they want. She just kind of lets them prove themselves, you know. She's very confident. But there's some, I think you probably, 1111, you probably know that this is a soul connection, but that's not gonna, but you also probably know that you can be okay without it. And that's putting you in your power. This is crazy. Anyway, if you guys need to vent, go ahead and just vent in the comments. And then if you don't want to bring anybody else down, just put vent as your first word. And then so if somebody wants to read it and, you know, give you some support, they can, but it won't be, you won't be, you know, feel like you're being negative and to other, you know what I mean? Then you can get it off your chest. It's better than carrying it around. So this is a safe place for you to do that, hopefully. You feel comfortable with that. Okay. All my readings are timeless, so be sure to check out your other placements. Please don't, there's judgment. Please don't force a reading, okay? The extendeds are all timeless too, or almost personals. Okay, let's get started. Let's see what's coming in for money too, but okay. Page of Swords, curiosity. The Page of Swords is very curious. It's somebody that is investigative. Three of Wands. Yeah, somebody's curious. I think this is overall energy, but it's probably, well, actually, it's probably both of you. Knight of Cups. Somebody is curious if you are going to accept a romantic gesture. And I think you don't even know that maybe. It's going to depend on it not being a breadcrumb, probably. Conflict and competition. Missed opportunity. So if somebody is sitting here going, no, they blew it, or if you're thinking about saying that to them, but you really secretly you would like another go with this person, then be careful not to, you know, come across like that. Be careful with make sure your heart is open. Take a deep breath and just try to feel your body, you know, your heart, and you're just opening yourself up for love. And then also, there's this technique I use, I forget about it, but if you breathe in, you can literally just imagine yourself breathing in all the love, you know, from the universe, and breathe it in, absorb it, let it work its way throughout your body, and then breathe out. And you can actually send love to someone that way too. It's pretty powerful. Okay, so here we go. You're reevaluating. This is your energy. 5 of Wands. 4 of Cups. This is kind of like, well, they blew it, and maybe you're reevaluating that. What are my options? What are good options without lower? And you might be torn because it's like, I want this person, but are they going to step up? You know, and they're going to have to, hopefully. Ooh, transition, death. That's your person. So that's huge. New perspective. Yeah, we get a strong reading coming through. This is your person. They took some, hangman is somebody that tries to look at things differently, or maybe sometimes because of a painful ending. This is what we saw in the beginning. Because of a painful ending, they were forced to look at things. Yeah. This Eight of Pentacles is kind of telling me this person may not be there yet, but they're getting there. So don't discourage them. You know, I'll tell you something I said to someone that, well, I hate to talk, just in case he's watching, I hate to talk about this, but supposedly he doesn't know my channel or anything like that. But I said, this is somebody that hurt me and that I really was hurt and wanted to see, you know. that kind of shut down when I started questioning or putting things together that, had been that I had been wronged, and I was questioning it. They just, shut me down, and so that's very painful. But recently he wanted to get together, and I just said, I'm not sure how I feel about that. And that just, I felt so, just that kindness. And he was like, well, that's okay. We can just, keep talking or whatever. And that was just like, I don't know. It felt like a good step. It felt like laying some groundwork to, just basically saying it's not going to, I don't know how I feel about it because I don't want it to be like it was, But I didn't say a whole lot, but just that one little thing, I know I can feel that person is just really chewing on that and thinking about that. It's like a seed, Okay, so passionate adventure, Knight of Wands. Ooh. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. So look at that. So this is that, kind of that offering. I feel like the love is being rekindled. It's in the works. This person is really putting some thought into what they would have to do and be to be with you. Just really putting some thought into, can they do it? Will they do it? Do they want this? I think they definitely want this. Okay, so 7 of Wands. So this is defense mechanisms. This is, again, I think you holding your ground. Yeah. You guys got something destined going on here. Probably a soulmate, twin flame. And it's in the works, so don't rush it. Don't be a peach out of reach. Let the fruit ripen, Oh my gosh, this is my twin flame card. So the dandelion, you probably know if you watch my channel, it is a very strong indication. Always a twin flame indication. Okay, so I'm going to link those down below. 8 of Cups, evolving. This is just personally, it's not a tarot reading thing. It's just for me personally because of my personal experience. This is a twin flame symbol. So this indicates twin flame. There are some of those links do ask specifically, is this a twin flame? And what are the signs? And where are we in the journey? And we do a spread on the person. We ask everything in those twin flame extendeds, and they answer pretty much everything, even time frame. But they're just amazing. But cycle completion. So yeah, it's coming. So let's make sure we don't rush it. Okay, let's look at, this was twin flame journey is evolving. Okay, so let's look for some signs. Oh my gosh, 11:11. You are on the right path. Stay grounded. Stay in your power, Aries, okay? So this is the Signs from Spirit, a Love Oracle deck from Mystic Moon. Whoops. So nourishment. So milk. Something to do with milk. Also looks like a coconut back there. Oh yeah, coconut milk. That could be a sign for someone. That seashell again. Look at that. So seashells are protection. They're also, the spiral of life. It's a development. It doesn't happen slow. These patterns take time, right? And it's about, I don't know. If you guys know more about the seashells, somebody already answered that. But there's something. Peace. A dove. Oh, incense. A smell might remind you of them or them of you. Oh gosh, sorry. Sorry. She's such a spaz. Lucy. No. Lucy, no. She went. Shh. Shh. Dogs are our friends. I'm so sorry. Okay, that's crazy because the 666 might be a sign for you. 666 is not a devil sign. It is not a negative sign. It is a angel sign. So watch for it, okay? Raise your vibration. Choose peace and harmony in your thoughts and with others. Bread. Oh, look what else. Energy, alignment, and M. I'm going to pull some of those because of that. I think I've ever had that card before. So, I'm going to look for letters that spell something. Or initials. Oops. So we have an N and an E and an O. Oh, too many E's. This might be my bowl that has too many duplicates. There's a C and an H. Cheerio. Cheerio! I don't know about this bowl here. Let me see what else we got. Look, there's that 6. So 6 might be important. There's an A. Chain. Another A. There's a K. Oh gosh, I just dropped a whole bunch. R. Oh, Z. H. G. I don't know. I feel like I might be digging in the bowl that has a bunch of duplicates in it. So those could be spelling something for you. Here's an I and an R and another E and a D. Dork. Here's another 6 staring at me. So keep your eye out for the number. Oh, there's another one. So definitely there's a 6 something here. So if you guys, you know, keep your eye out for something for 666. If you see the number 666, stop for a second and see what you were doing, because that could be a sign for you, okay? All right, you guys. Let me know in the comments. Oh, let me do one more card. Hold on. I don't want to let you go yet. Let's do an animal spirit. Let's do 2 oracles real quick. Oh my gosh, 333. Did y'all see that? I just put those down and 333 came out. So 333 might be another number. That's crazy. Oh, and then 666 right under them. All right, I'd say that's pretty strong. Let's look for animal spirit. Ross is still looking for signs. Coyote spirit. Trust the divine detours. So don't panic because it doesn't come together right now. This is destined. It's going to come together. But you also have to do your part and not rely on it. You have to find your happiness outside of that. That's very key to the journey, okay? It's very, very key. People don't return to people who are down and out and sad. They return to people that are empowered, you know? There's fox spirit too. One more. Soul's journey. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Well, doesn't that just wrap it all up for us? Exactly. Growth. So I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings, and I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I kind of feel like reading that death card. Wow, I just put this back and it came out again, so I need to read it. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Let's read that one for sure. Perseverance. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it was the next card and I put it back. All right. As a soul, you are on a mission in this physical dimension. You are the only one who knows the correct path to take. Your intuition, your connection to spirit, is your compass. You have the power to stay the course, and you are stronger and more determined than you might first think. In order to experience many successes in life, you must mature and realize the strength within yourself and the quality of inner courage. Life doesn't just happen. We make it happen. It is natural for us in this human school to shy away from what we believe to be difficult because we concern ourselves with how others will perceive us. We are afraid of failure, ridicule, or coming up short. Now is the time to make the proper changes and take risks and do things you never thought you could do before. Your soul must learn to become aware of its inner strength. Live the joyfulness your soul yearns for and engage in activities you have always wanted to try but were afraid you'd fail at. Your soul would not yearn for something that you couldn't accomplish. You have the strength and fortitude to be capable of greatness. I love that. I want to read that death card. These are powerful. So, I feel like this is what's happening in my life too. It's hard, sometimes it's hard for me to just keep going because I just want to, I just feel like heavy about everything that's not gone right. I'm learning that, and by the way, whenever I do feel heavy, you guys are such a source of inspiration for me. Sometimes I'll go to the comments and I'll be like, oh yeah, and I'll just remember how I get emotional, but it makes me just remember how blessed I am, that I have this connection with you guys. Okay, death is an illusion. It's a fact of life that the human body we use to travel the earth must eventually stop working. So somebody may actually be mourning someone. But it's not meant to exist forever. The energy and consciousness that inhabited that body is free and returns to its natural home. But it never abandons us. Learn to view death as merely a change. My hands are shaking. Merely a change, and everything must change because stagnancy extinguishes progress. That is so true. If everything is perfect all the time, we just get stagnant and we don't have anything to strive for, The same is true for a relationship or a career. A soul lesson may be completed, and it's time to move beyond this point in familiarity and expand into new horizons of learning and development. This is a wonderful opportunity to thank those other souls in your life who have shared part of your path and taught you so much. Oh my gosh, is that not so true? When people hurt us, if we can find a way to go, wow, because you hurt me, I got stronger, or I learned this, or I plunged ahead, and be thankful for that lesson. Bless it and let it go. But be thankful for it instead of dwelling on it. Powerful. Love you guys. I guess I'll let you go now. Let me know in the comments, please. Let me know your story and what's going on. And I'll see you soon. Bye, Aries.